Hello! Here's a quick little thing I did. I mentioned at the end of my Grimrock 2 LP that there was an achievement in it called Gotta Go Fast, which requires you to summon the Viper Roots in under 6 minutes. It's similar to the Dungeon Runner achievement that I did a video for in the first game. This one turns out to be way more lenient. In the first one I had to pick a very specific build, practice a lot, and get everything exactly right to do it. This one you can do with pretty much any party build, it seems. I decided to go with 4 Insectoid Wizards, like I did for Dungeon Runner. I am giving them all the Quick trait, which decreases cooldowns by 10%, and the Strong Mind, which increases willpower by 2. 1 point in Air Magic for the back 2, 1 point in Fire Magic for the front 2, and 1 point in Concentration for everybody. This is not an entirely optimal build. I'm actually including 2 runs of this. This is the first one where I actually got the achievement, then I have a much more refined one afterward. So yeah, this is a super fun little speedrun. It's fairly basic, it's very quick to do. The annoying thing is sort of the party setup that you have to do every time you want to retry, because you can't save that or anything, you just have to redo it every time. For some reason I was thinking I needed to fight that turtle, even though it wasn't in my way at all. After I cast 2 spells on it, I changed my mind. This key is very easy to miss. It's hard to get your cursor into exactly the right spot and click at exactly the right time when you want to turn around. Went the wrong way there. Oops. Doublet is... or sorry, Tattered Shirt is conveniently right there for putting on the pressure plate. That turtle's in my way. I decided to move him instead of fighting him. I need to pick up several items here. So this Horned Fruit, that letter I picked up, the Scroll of Fireburst, those all play a role in this X marks the spot room here. But then that turtle also gave me turtle steaks, so those can do the job just fine. So with those 5, I get in here. Only my back 2 party members know shock, which is what those are weak against. So I have to use Fire Burst a little bit if I run out of shock. I also accidentally clicked the physicality symbol, so I didn't actually cast shock when I meant to. So Windgate Terminus East. Go through here. There's a brass key you need to get into... oh man, that turtle's totally in the way. Alright, need 1 more item there for that pressure plate. Yeah, so you gotta get this... or sorry, it's an ornate key, not a brass one. So this ornate key goes in here for the rapier to get underground. These 2 are in the way. This spot right here is one of the most crucial for speed. I tried to cast fire from the back row, that wasn't right. And you can see I lost a huge amount of time fighting those 2. In all the runs I did, this spot seemed to be sort of the make or break spot. If you mess this up, then it's no good. Didn't need that box anymore, or any of its contents other than the rapier, so I just tossed it. So underground, I decided to rest here because my energy's low. Except I won't actually be doing very much more fighting. I might have to fight some mummies here, which actually in this case I do because they're directly in my way. So this box goes in that pressure plate. So you need a total of 6 items, I think. Because there's the... no, sorry. Yeah, 6 items. Because you need 4 for X marks the spot. I realized I could just go around instead of fighting that guy. You need 4 for X marks the spot, 1 for the pressure plate to get to the chest with the ornate key, and 1 for that pressure plate by the door. Conveniently, there's a box right in front of that one, so you don't have to worry about it. Horn of Summoning acquired. Shortcut opened. And turtle in the way. Yeah, I lost a good bit of time there. So Viper Roots summoned in 324.567. Which is like way under the required time for the achievement. And it was super sloppy, so I can do much better. I decided to go ahead and fight these, just to see what that's like with this build. It's not too bad. I'm playing on easy, so things have less health, they're a lot less aggressive. trying to focus on one so that I can take him down early. Now at some point I run out of energy. Yeah, only one of my casters has any energy left to cast anything. And I just tried to cast fire, which is not right. Fire burst. Now everybody else is out of energy, but interestingly you can actually rest just fine during combat here if you do it right. He'll wake you up, but not before you've gained a bunch of energy back. Anyway, so that was the first attempt that got me the achievement. Let's go see a more refined one that was a lot better. Alright, so here's the second run. I say second, this is more like the 70th or something. Probably not quite that much. 40th? Let's say 40th. So the changes I'm making are to give... Oh, I'm dumping those points into Vitality because I can't put everything into Willpower. I need to put them somewhere. Changes I'm making are Aura instead of Strong Mind, which increases energy by 20. Strong Mind only increases energy by 10 because it increases Willpower instead of energy directly. Everybody gets both Fire and Air Magic, because with Aura and with better monster management, I don't need as much energy this time. So 1 Fire Magic, 1 Air Magic, quick Aura, everything into Willpower, remaining into Vitality just for a place to put it, because Strength, Dexterity, and Vitality, none of them really help me during this run. Vitality, I guess, just in case I somehow take enough damage to die. Alright, so immediate change here. I pick up this Horned Fruit. That's one of my X marks the spot items. That's very important. Those Horned Fruits are very hard to aim at. I had to practice that a lot to be able to get it consistently. Don't mess with that turtle. He's not doing anything to you. Get the key first try instead of missing it. There's a rock just out of reach ahead of me here. I was very tempted to try to pick it up, but it's just slightly too far out of the way. So item number 2 is that letter. Those turtles are cooperative. Those can screw you over a lot if they decide to be in your way. So got my items for this. I haven't killed any turtles, so I'm not using turtle stakes this time. Slightly different pattern there, it seems better. Now, since everybody knows air magic, I can use this thing's weakness and take it down faster. So some crazy stuff happens with these. This looked kind of bad initially, but eventually it worked out just fine. The turtle in here is fortunately far away and didn't get in my way at all. There he is. So I managed to telefrag one of those. I avoid this second one and make off with the... Or no, I don't. But I kill it quick. Both of those went down with just 2 shocks. Made one misstep there. I'll make one more. All of the other movement in this was pretty much perfect, I think. Missteps, other than like big stuff like monsters moving around, missteps are going to be one of your biggest time losses here, I think. I'm always just slightly disoriented when I enter this section. I forget I have to turn right so sharply. So I hear one to my left. I decide to go around the right side instead of trying left to get to the key. Tiny bit of fumbling there, but everything else is pretty great. So horn in hand. I'm just hoping I don't have to fight anything else, because a turtle can totally get in your way on the way to the... Here's my other misstep. On your way... The attempt before this, a turtle was standing directly in the summoning circle. Alright, so that's 221.833. More than a minute faster than my previous attempt. So some of that's down to party build, a little bit of it is down to movement, but the majority is due to better monster management. There is a lot of RNG in this particular run, because the way the monsters decide to position themselves at times where you're not close enough to actually manipulate them changes quite a lot. So it's a fairly restart-heavy sort of thing, but it's not too bad ultimately. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure this is the correct way to use a power gem. I don't think they have any other use in the game. Interestingly, I did this at the end of one of my other runs, just for fun. Interestingly, if the turtle is standing on a pressure plate there, that'll always end up in the exact same spot. If you're throwing it at it when it's just standing on normal terrain, it'll sort of get a little bit of randomness, so I wouldn't have been able to do this as quickly. Anyway, yeah, so that was a whole lot of fun. I looked at the speedrun.com leaderboards for full runs of this game. The Lindworm ending, the 16 power crystal one, the bad one, currently has been completed in just under an hour, which is pretty crazy fast. I don't know that I would want to try routing this entire game, but an hour is a pretty good length for a speedrun, so I don't know. I'm definitely considering it. Anyway, I was very happy to be playing this game again. I think I want to do some more stuff with it. Maybe I'll play some custom maps. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching.